welcome back to the show. I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite TV shows on TV that I like to watch each week, and that's The Flash. I'm a huge fan of The Flash. I'm old enough to remember the original show when it was on, the John Wesley ship, 1990 Flash. I watched that as a kid, and that's why I love the new TV show. It's so well done. There's some things I dislike about it, but overall, like 90% of the times, I love this show. It's well written. The characters are great. I like how it keeps improving, and the special effects have gotten a lot better. It's a really well done show. It's one of the rare comic book shows that is done right these days. And this past week, we had an episode called "Oh Come All Ye Thankful." It was one thing I really like about this episode. It more or less told a little bit more about the origin of Cicada. The trauma he went through with his niece. And you finally see that kind of a guy that started out really low. This niece was thrown on him, but he kind of cleaned up his life. Basically the satellite incident more or less ruined both of their lives. She's in the hospital. He is now a supervillain, or a superhero hunter. He almost kind of reminds me of that character from Full Metal Alchemist, and I can't remember it. He was kind of a guy that went around hunting people. He kind of has that same vibe to him, and I cannot remember the character, but he's got that. Well, there's many characters that have been superhero hunters or magic hunters or whatever. I mean, it's been done over and over, but I like the way they do this mysterious character Cicada. He's kind of cool, and I'm kind of getting tired of the Nora kind of whining, and it wasn't that bad this week, but it's kind of getting aggravating. I get it. I get it. She misses her her dad and everything, but sometimes she gets a little too. Considering how old she's supposed to be, it doesn't really fit with how she's acting. It's almost like it would be okay if she was like a 10-year-old, but in a 20-something, it doesn't look nice. They need to tone that down a little bit, and that's just my opinion. I don't think they're going to do that all the time, but it's kind of it's overkill lately. And this was, of course, a Thanksgiving episode. I don't think that they've had a Thanksgiving episode. I think they've had Christmas episodes. I don't think they've had a Thanksgiving episode. So it was kind of nice to see. It was kind of nice to see the Killer Frost returned, and I like the way they humorously do it now. Like it's almost like they're, almost like she's a two-headed monster now. She'll just pop in, like here I am, and then just pop out. It's kind of funny. I like the weather. I like the Weather Witch. I like how she's introduced, and I like the fact that they have the Weather Wizard back. I really like that, and they had the father-daughter, kind of theme going. That went bad. It was a really good episode. It really had a lot of nice special effects. I really enjoyed this one. I don't like the fact that the Flash keeps, almost being, the Flash is supposed to be this he's like this know-it-all-y, super powerful character, and they've almost got him toned down a little bit. I guess because his daughter's there, but I mean, this guy seriously was taken out by a bolt of lightning. Lightning's like his thing. It is that part I didn't like. I get why they were doing it, so he could say, "Oh, he died." I don't want you dying, type thing. But I don't know. I just wish that they would kind of, like I said, just get the Flash back to being he is an A-class superhero with A-class type superpowers, and knowledge. He is he's one of the best, and I wish they would keep him at that. I know they can't always. You got to have a little bit of you got to have a little bit of drama, and somebody to challenge him. But that's fine. But don't lower his character, or his powers. He's clearly better than most of the superhero. He's clearly the best speedster out there. Let's start seeing him act like that. I did like how this episode ended, although I'm getting kind of, I don't know, this one was kind of funny. I didn't like them dissing on Thanksgiving, but they corrected it at the end. I like the song where they're all eating and, getting along. I like that. That was a good Thanksgiving episode. That's why I really enjoyed this one. It was a good Thanksgiving episode. It ended on a good note. I like how they set up for next week. They figured out who Cicada is. That nurse, doctor, whatever, the doctor, she told the Cicada to stay away. And sure enough, it bit him in the butt because Sherlock, he found out, found a picture of him, found out his identity. So now they all know who Cicada is and what he looks like. So that's setting up what's going to come down the pike. And I like the fact that this season, the main villain has already been, you more or less get to see him. There's really no mystery. Actually, in a way, the viewer was actually knows more about the identity of the villain than the actual heroes, Team Flash. We actually know who he is. We know a lot more information than Team Flash. So that was kind of nice about this season, that they're kind of like, not, in previous seasons, it's always been a mystery. But I like that. But, at the same time, you can't always have that. So it was nice, the viewer being in, finding out things that Team Flash has not even, found out yet. Anyway, I like this episode. Nice Thanksgiving episode. I'm looking forward to next week's, which is going to be if I remember right, I think that's going to be their 100th episode, and it's going to be called What's Past His Prologue, and it's going to be I believe directed by Tom Cavanaugh. So and that's December 4th, 2018 is when that one comes out. So I'm really looking forward to that one. It looks like a lot of fun. So I know I like Tom Cavanaugh. Yes, he is directing that episode, so I'm really looking forward to that one. I like Tom Cavanaugh. I love the characters he plays on The Flash. I've liked him ever since I seen him on Ed. I liked that TV show way back when. It was like a 2000-ish TV show. I've always been a fan of his, so I was kind of excited that he's still going to remain on The Flash, and it looks like he's I think he's already directed an episode, if I remember right, or two, and it's nice that he's going to direct the 100th episode. So looking forward to that, and that's all for now. I want to keep this a nice, short, sweet episode. I wanted to talk about the Flash. I'm going to start talking about the Flash episodes and going on forward. This is a new show. So I haven't talked about shows in the past, but I'm a huge Flash fan. So, if I sound too enthusiastic about talking about the Flash, that's why. I really like the show. And that's all for now. Catch you next time.